Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We don't know.
Prospect to put the cantata in the midst of a worship service because it has its own length in itself. And I think our music director, Scott, was a little concerned with that when he asked me the other night about my preaching. And he said, well, you know, that the cantata is sort of like a sermon in itself. And I began to think about that, and I hope that may be true in terms of proclaiming the good news of God in Christ, but I certainly know it was intended to be a meditation on each of those 9 fruits of the Spirit. And my hope is that we, not only today, but will continue to draw inspiration from those gifts and to delve more deeply into them.
Father Robert, at St. John the Baptist Episcopal Church, can you explain what is meant by tradition welcomes diversity, and how does this resonate or relate to the church's mission?
Sure, I'd love to talk about that. This parish had a leadership group a number of years ago, our vestry, that wanted to sort of develop a little tagline that would encapsulate who we are as a parish. And they came to 3. The first one was tradition, that people loved the Anglican or Episcopal tradition in our worship and the way we live together, its historical connection back through the ages. But another word that came up was diversity, that people really honored a diversity of thought, a diversity of age, diversity of race, abilities. We all thought this makes us a stronger community, and that we in fact have quite a bit of diversity in our parish. And then the third word that came forth was more of a verb. It was welcome. People really sensed this as a place of welcome. And it didn't matter if you've been here for 35 years or it was your first Sunday walking in the door, people said they felt welcome. And we then got a little group together to sort of work on crafting a statement. We tried all kind of things. And then it was like the light bulb went off, and we saw that the words themselves made the statement. Tradition welcomes diversity. And we thought about that, and we said, you know, that there's truth in advertising there, because we do value that tradition, and we do welcome, and not only do we welcome diversity.
So anyway, so tell me about what brought you to St. John's.
I moved to Oregon to take care of my little family. I had a new grandchild, and I knew about Father Robert because he was the rector in the parish where I served in California.
Oh wow, okay.
So I visited, and then I talked with the bishop, and the bishop said, "Yeah, I think you should try St. John's." So that's what brought me.
Oh wow. So tell me a little bit about the joy that you see in the parish.
The joy that I truly, truly feel in this parish is the deep sense of love that people have for each other and the willingness to share each other's, not only each other's joys, but each other's burdens. It's really very moving to me.
The gifts of God for the people of God, take in remembrance that Christ died for you. Beat on him in your hearts by faith with thanksgiving.
One of the things that first attracted me to St. John the Baptist is that this is its location. It's actual like physical plant that we share. We're on the campus. We are in ministry and partnership with a school, and a school that is working incredibly hard on nurturing the best minds, but also the Episcopal way of this kindness and this respect for all of life, and how do we treat one another with dignity. So there's this teaching of empathy. So it's a really hard work. And here's this church, here's this community who is also doing those same exact things, but in our way, in the church way of getting into the heart of God and nurturing people's spiritual lives so they become fully alive. And so being here in a place where two things are happening, and with young people and then people of all different ages and all different reasons coming just to form community has been incredibly attractive to me, and then the relationships that we're able to formulate between one another.
Can we ask you a question?
No,
While you're flipping burgers.
While you're flipping burgers.
So we want to know, how did you know that St. John's was your home?
Oh well, Arnie and I came in 1991, and Father Roy welcomed us, and especially Arnie, who grew up Jewish, and that was all it took.
Well, I know you're an old timer.
Well, we've had 3 generations of family
that have gone through
St.
this.
John's, and loved everything from the middle school and high school programs up to all the support as we get older and for our parents, and so it's just been a welcoming community to be in, from the young to the old and getting older.
When you talk about diversity, for me it makes me think about diversity of music, and I think that St. John's I'm so thankful that we can have.
By the
such
way, it was
diverse music.
beautiful today. I just want you to know, it really was.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Beyond excellent. over the top. It was very moving.
Is it fun to go to church?
Yeah.
Yeah.